Well, this morning we had a big sale of corn announced by USDA, and it was to China. It was over 1.3 million tons of corn that was sold to China. Plus, for good measure, we had over 100,000 tons of corn that was sold to unknown destinations. So combined, a very healthy total of corn sales overnight, and the corn market did react. Let's take a look at how we're now trading with our quotes provided by Bar Chart. Well, we're still trading with the March up 11.5 cents. We're at 5.23, but I have to admit it is really coming off of those early highs that were set right after the open. Got as high as 5.31 1/4, and now we're about 8 cents off of that now. We have December new crop corn 6 3/4 higher now at 4.41 1/2, and that is off of our earlier high by about 2.5 cents. But strong markets here in the corn market, led by the nearbys. And the soybean trade, just about the very same action. And I guess if you look at it relationship-wise, according to the ratio of prices between corn and soybeans, it's kind of keeping pace. We have March soybeans 21 3/4 higher, and we're trading at 13.65 1/4 in September, up 14 3/4 at 11.97 1/4. There for a little bit, it was over $12. Now on the wheat, in Chicago, we have the March trading 13.5 cents higher at 6.62. Look at it go. It's actually 21 cents off of its overnight low. In the Kansas City market, we have some big gains there too. We're 12.5 cents higher on the March, and we're trading at 6.39 3/4. In our Minneapolis spring wheat, March is up 11 3/4 at 6.37 3/4 per bushel. The cotton market this morning has the March contract trading 42 points lower, though, at 81.91, even though it has been trading higher as the grain markets had been selling off recently. Ben Hushon joins us now. He's a regular contributor from the mill in Whitehall, Maryland. And Ben, I just wondered how the weather is actually treating you guys in the Mid-Atlantic region this week and what the farmers are up to there.
Good morning, Marlin. It's really been more of the same. Highs in the 40s, still no frost in the ground. We've got some tight mornings that folks can get out on and run a little bit of lime for a few hours in the morning, but it's pretty much been that same situation, and it's interesting. We've had this warm fall, warm December on into the early winter. Wheat has looked great. You just talked about the price of wheat. The farmers are really watching it. Then all of a sudden, about 2 weeks ago, maybe 10 days ago, wheat started to look like it was disappearing. You get out in the field and look at it, and what had it done? It was beautiful, lush green wheat, and it basically turned purple. And, first response is, well, we see that in cold weather, but we really haven't had any cold weather. But we did some research to confirm and check with some folks actually in Kansas. They certainly know a lot about wheat out there. And our hunch was right. We weren't seeing 10-degree night times, but just that transition. It had dropped considerably in a kind of a short time. We didn't think it was cold yet, but the wheat was pretty much turning color, telling us, hey, we just went through something, a big temperature drop. But from what we understand and read and learn is there should be no yield effect to it.
Well, fingers crossed, and thanks for pointing that out so we can let all our producers know in that part of the country there, if that's what they're witnessing, that may be what's going on. Thanks for the heads up on that, Ben, and can't wait to hear what you have for us next week. Ben Hushon is with the mill. He's based in Whitehall, Maryland. We'll pause here. We'll come back. I'll get you updated on our livestock trade. We had the cold storage numbers that came out yesterday. I have all kinds of stuff when we come back.